again, everyone, and welcome to another mini series on Uche's Quick Takeaway. So I was just minding my business, going through my Instagram timeline, and all of a sudden I'm seeing Adela Fayon, the Nigerian American journalist, posting pictures of Nigerians in Nigeria, mind you, who are holding a parade in honor of Donald Trump. I understand this is the election week and a whole lot of things are going on in America. You know, we're waiting on the ballots to be counted to see who wins the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. We're not so sure yet. I've kind of shared my opinions on how I feel about government and the government and politics in the past. It's not really my thing. I don't really like to get involved that much for a bunch of personal reasons. It's not something that I want to explain here on my podcast or my platforms. But I just like to leave it as that. But I do want to touch up on this. As I was scrolling up my Instagram timeline, I see a bunch of Nigerian church members who are parading in honor of Donald Trump. Some of them are having banners up, some of them have pictures, American flags. I mean, it was a huge deal, a huge parade. You know what? I know I'm laughing. This is really not funny. This is more sad than funny. I'm a little confused. Maybe I'm missing something here, and I'm trying to be as open-minded as possible. And that's part of the reason why I'm making this episode. Hopefully, anybody who can watch this, maybe not right now, maybe in a few months or in a few years when my channel gets bigger and I have more audience, somebody could please comment and help me challenge so I can possibly better understand this nonsense. So last month, Nigeria had its sad ass 60th independence, and I remember I made a video about how if you're celebrating this stupid ass 60th independence, you're an idiot. Basically, shame on you. And then literally about a week or two later, after this stupid ass independence has been celebrated, Nigerians take to the roads, to the streets, and start protesting for NSARS. Thankfully, you know, the whole NSARS movement gained traction all around the world. You were protesting literally all around the world, in America, in Europe, all around the world, in other parts of Africa. Hell, I showed up to a protest here in my city. That's how passionate I am about this whole NSARS program or NSARS protest, because I do want to see something being done in Nigeria. I've also made subsequent episodes explaining that NSARS is not the only issue. Matter of fact, NSARS is just a tip of the iceberg as to what's wrong with Nigeria. What's wrong with Nigeria is much deeper and bigger than NSARS. I made a whole episode about that. I also offered some suggestions as to some of the things that we can do collectively, starting by holding every single one accountable, everybody accountable, the entire continent of Africa, not just Nigeria. We need to hold people accountable. That's the only way that we can rise from this. I also talked about how prayer is not the key, because prayer, contrary to what we believe, prayer without work is futile. But this whole parade thing for Donald Trump, I don't know where to put this in a category. If this isn't foolishness, I don't even know what else is foolishness. I don't understand how Nigerians, and of course when I say Nigerians, I don't want to generalize. I'm talking about these morons, you know, who are taken to the streets protesting, or not protesting, but like, you know, campaigning and parading in honor of Donald Trump, a white man who lives in a different country, in a different continent, who is also a billionaire, the president of the most powerful country on the planet, who called your country a shithole country, banned your people in February 2020 from getting an immigrant visa, has looked down on your kind, you know what I'm saying? A man who has traction of a whole lot of horrible things, depending on who you ask anyway. I don't want to get involved, but The streets are talking, and I'm not going to pretend that the streets are saying something positive about Donald Trump. In literally every corner you'd run into, everybody knows him, and not always for the most honorable reasons. You leave every single thing wrong with Nigeria. For anyone who's new to my channel, I did a whole entire series breaking down things that are wrong with Nigeria. I give a whole list of about 30 something issues wrong with Nigeria, and I'm gonna attach a link down below. All these problems and more, possibly even more, wrong with Nigeria. You leave these problems and you focus your energy, and somebody else who is by far way more privileged than you, clearly doesn't give two shits about your black ass, can be bothered if you're dead or alive, because that's just what white supremacy is. And you direct your energy to pray for this man, to campaign for him, to parade for him in his honor. If this isn't foolishness, like I said, I really don't know what else is, because I'm very confused at this point. I was able to ask a few Nigerians as to why they think that this may be going on. Maybe they're feeding me the wrong information, or maybe I'm the one who has my ass backwards. And they were saying that it has something to do with the election. I think the way Nigerians look at the Democrats and the Republicans is that the Democrats are for the devil and the Republicans are for God. And I think the reason behind that is because when Obama was president, Obama obviously ran as a Democrat, and during his presidency, he legalized gay marriage in all 50 states. So because gay marriage was legalized under Obama, who was also a Democrat, he definitely is fighting for the devil, I guess, trying to... Saying this is just ridiculous. I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of preschoolers. So Obama and the Democrats are trying to force gay in America, and subsequently force gay down the throat of Nigerians, so bring gay to Nigeria, because for some reason in these people's heads, nobody is gay in Nigeria. Gay is not a thing, gay it's more of an American thing. It's a white people stuff, and now all of a sudden more Nigerians are being influenced by gay. They're now getting the demons of gay or homosexuality because of American media, and because of the Democratic Party. I'm trying so hard to keep a straight face. Look, I don't want to clown anybody. I really don't want to clown anybody. I don't have an issue with anybody who votes for anybody, like if you live in America, I'm not going to be one of these people here in America who say you must vote for Trump or you must not vote for Trump. If you vote for Trump, screw you, or if you vote for Biden, you're sellout, or whoever. I really don't give a shit. If you're an American, doesn't matter if you're American born or naturalized citizen and you live in America, or maybe you don't even live in America, but as long as you're a citizen, because you have to be a citizen in order for you to be qualified to vote. If you're an American citizen, you have every right to vote for whoever you want. Biden, Trump, or not to vote for any one of them. That's your right. That is your right as an American citizen. There's nothing wrong with that. I can understand even people of color, including black people in America, who vote for Trump, parade for Trump, campaign for Trump. I can totally understand it, because at the end of the day, that's their right as American citizens. But Nigerians who live in Africa, specifically Nigeria, where there's so much wrong, so much injustice, literally about 2.5 weeks ago, people who were protesting for NSARS were gunned down. These people were literally just protesting so that the police could stop killing them. They weren't protesting for the NEPA, the lack of infrastructure, the lack of electricity, constant power supply, lack of clean water, lack of healthcare, lack of education, lack of government that works, lack of anything. All these basic amenities that every human being is supposed to have in order for them to live an okay life. They were not even protesting for that. They were protesting so that they can stay alive, literally stay alive, because this whole NSARS thing has become so damn bad, so bad, to the point that it's gaining international traction. Even American celebrities are talking about this. Even CNN is talking about this. Big news networks are talking about this. This is how bad it is. In less than literally 3 weeks, less than a whole month of this whole massacre thing happened, these churches are literally taken to the streets to perform a parade in honor of Donald Trump, a white man who doesn't give a shit about you. I'm not understanding this. And this is being held by some of the Nigerian elite pastors. At what point are we collectively, and this is just black people in general, not just Nigerians, not just Africans, at what point are we going to wake up from this slumber, this Jesus slumber? And before anybody has something smart to say, I've talked about how prayer is not the problem, religion is not the problem. I don't have a problem with religion. I actually respect religion. Me personally, I'm not religious, but I feel like unfortunately religion has made us lazy, mentally lazy. We're quick to jump on a hustle bandwagon if something is only giving us money, recognition, accolades, and that's it. If it's not money driven, if it's not accolades, rewards driven, everybody, we deflect to Jesus, we deflect to God, we deflect to religion. It's made us lazy. Our fight or flight no longer kicks in. There's so much wrong with Nigeria, but instead of fighting, like religiously fighting those people who persecute us and perpetrate our demise, we're deflecting to God. We're deflecting in the name of Jesus. And the sad thing is that Nigerians are some of the most educated, some of the most passionate people. And if you combine these education and this passion, a lot of things will be different in Nigeria. But we're so comfortable with this loser mentality because we got Jesus. And again, the issue is not Jesus. I believe that the issue is that people don't even realize the extent of what it is that they're supposed to be worshiping. Like, people don't think deep, like deep enough about religion. Again, this whole episode is basically for me to try to share this whole video clip of people parading in Nigeria in honor of Donald Trump, a man, a billionaire, the president of a first world country, the most powerful country in the world, who lives in a totally different country, a totally different continent, who doesn't give a shit about your black ass. Instead of you parading and marching for change in your own country, in your own backyard, you're more invested in somebody else who is by far more privileged than you. I'm just trying to understand it because maybe I'm the one who has my ass backwards. So if anybody has some type of suggestion, if anybody has a totally different perspective that I'm missing, please share your thoughts down below, comment down below, and send me an email at LetsTalkAboutUsWithUche@gmail.com. Please don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms. My Facebook and my Instagram are Let's Talk with Uche. My website is LetsTalkAboutUs.org. And again, if you're new to my channel, please make sure to download, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and hit that bell notification down there so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the very first to be notified. Thank you very much. Until next time.